I sat alone in the living room of my house, staring at the blank television screen. The usual roar of traffic that filled the air had been replaced by a menacing silence. My parents had gone to meet with friends, leaving me alone at home. Yet, solitude wasn't the only thing making me anxious. A few hours earlier, I had watched a terrifying horror movie. Although I wasn't the type to easily be scared, there was something different about this film. The dark atmosphere, strange noises, and chilling plot continued to haunt me even after the movie had ended. As I made my way to the bathroom to shower before bed, the feeling of unease grew stronger. It was as if something lurked in the darkness of my house, waiting for an opportunity to unleash my fears. After locking the front door, I stepped into the bathroom. However, when I turned on the light, the room was plunged into total darkness. At first, I thought the light had simply gone out due to an electrical problem, but when I tried to flip the switch again, there was no response. "Weird," I muttered, trying to suppress the creeping tension in my spine. I tried to calm myself by using the flashlight on my phone to illuminate the bathroom with a faint glow. However, as time passed, the sense of unease continued to grow, as if something unseen lurked in the darkness. Suddenly, heavy footsteps could be heard from outside the bathroom. My heart raced, and my breath caught in my throat. Had I heard correctly? Or was it just my wild imagination? Trying to remain calm, I dismissed the sound as a side effect of the horror movie I had just watched. But as the footsteps grew closer, I could no longer ignore my fear. Wrapping a towel around my waist, I retrieved my phone. Carefully, I dialed the emergency number, but when I brought the phone to my ear, there was no sound. Instantly, panic washed over me. Was there something wrong with my phone? Or was someone interfering with the signal? Without wasting any more time, I decided to leave the bathroom. I opened the door cautiously, peering into the dark hallway ahead. But as soon as I stepped out, all the lights in the house went out. I felt a chill run down my spine. In the total darkness, I felt trapped in an endless labyrinth of shadows. I tried to remind myself that it was just a coincidence, perhaps a power outage, but every fiber of my being sensed the presence of something unseen, something lurking in the darkness. Heavy footsteps could be heard again, this time closer. I felt my breath stop, frozen in fear. I moved forward cautiously, slowly approaching the stairs. As I reached the staircase, I could feel my heart pounding faster. I lifted one foot after another, climbing the stairs to the upper floor with the threatening darkness enveloping each step. Once on the upper floor, I stood still, trying to listen for any sound around me. But other than the pounding of my own heart, there was nothing. I tried to recall rational explanations for everything that had happened, but my mind kept returning to the horror movie I had just watched. Perhaps it was just my overactive imagination making me scared, but for some reason, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. Suddenly, with a jolt that made me jump, the lights on the upper floor came back on. I stared at the source of the light, only to see the darkness creeping back, crawling back quickly like a hungry monster. Unimaginable fear crept inside me. Without hesitation, I turned and ran towards the stairs, descending them at a staggering speed. Each step felt like time was moving slower, and I could feel the terrifying presence behind me, as if something was chasing me. Finally, I reached the ground floor and ran towards the front door, gasping for breath and with my heart pounding. As I opened the front door, relief washed over me like a wave. I had escaped the looming darkness within my home. However, as I stood outside my house, the bustling city seemed to transform into a strange, ominous buzz. I looked back, trying to figure out what was making me feel uneasy. And in the darkness of the night, I saw something that sent shivers down my spine. In the window on the upper floor, there was a dark silhouette that looked like a human shadow. Its eyes emitted a terrifying red glow, and as I stared directly at it, I could feel the evil presence biting into me. I felt terrified, but I couldn't move. I was frozen in place, unable to tear my gaze away from the terrifying shadow in the window. Then, with slow and menacing movements, the shadow raised its hand towards me, as if inviting me to join it in the endless darkness. As I tried to scream, I realized that my voice had frozen in my throat. I knew that I couldn't move, not even turn away from the horrifying sight. And as the shadow drew closer, with the blinding red light shining in its eyes, I felt myself trapped in an endless nightmare, caught in the darkness threatening to engulf everything I loved.